The ancient gods never truly died. They just waited for a host with enough terror and enough rage to wake them. When a simple hike turns into a fight for survival, a desecrated sanctuary demands a blood sacrifice. What followed in those woods wasn't a tragedy, it was execution. 3 American friends jet off to Greece for the ultimate summer vacation, only to discover a hidden trail leading to the ancient Temple of Athena. Thrilled by the off-the-beaten-path adventure, they immediately plan a trek into the mountains, completely unaware of the nightmare awaiting them. Thick pine canopy blocks out the harsh Greek sun. The chirping of cicadas is deafening. The trail thins into heavy brush. The girls walk in a single file line. Chloe holds a digital camera, snapping a photo of the dense foliage. A rusted, late 90s pickup truck sits parked in a clearing ahead. 4 local men lean against it, drinking from glass bottles. As the girls approach, the men straighten up. Their expressions shift from casual to predatory. The leader steps into the centre of the path, blocking them. He smiles warmly, but his eyes track them up and down. One of the men asks Beautiful Day for a walk. You need guides? Very easy to get lost here. Chloe, we're fine, thanks. Chloe pushes past him. Sarah and Jess follow closely, keeping their eyes locked straight ahead. Behind them, the men drop their bottles into the dirt. They do not yell. They simply step onto the trail, following at a steady, synchronized pace. The forest has grown dark, the canopy woven tightly overhead. The path is completely gone. The girls quicken their pace, breathing heavily. The heavy crunch of boots on dry leaves echoes close behind them. Suddenly, the 4 men break into a sprint. They burst from the trees, surrounding the girls in a small, enclosed clearing. One of the men lets be together. We can party tonight right here in the woods. He reaches out, grabbing Sarah's arm. Sarah screams, shoving him back hard. The clearing erupts into chaotic violence. 2 men tackle Sarah and Jess, pinning them back against the thick trunks of the pine trees. The remaining 2 men long for Chloe. Chloe dodges, tearing her sleeve from a gripping hand. She bolts blindly into the darkest, thickest part of the ravine. One of them shouts, "Catch her! Go!" 2 men break away from the clearing, sprinting into the shadows after Chloe. Chloe bursts into a rocky ravine. Heavy ivy masks a narrow, jagged cave opening. She slides inside, plunging into pitch darkness. The air is freezing. The roar of the forest drops to a dead, suffocating silence. Chloe fumbles backward in the dark, her hands scraping against damp stone. Her sneaker catches on a thick protruding tree root. She crashes violently onto the cavern floor. A sharp, agonized gasp escapes her lips. Her right ankle has slammed directly onto a jagged, broken piece of ancient metal, half buried in the dirt. A shattered bronze Gorgonian shield, bearing the ancient face of a monster. Deep, dark blood pools instantly from her ankle, filling the carved, hollowed-out eyes of the bronze relic. Chloe pulls out her phone to call for help. The screen glitches with intense digital static. The battery icon drains from full to dead in a second. The phone screen goes black. In ancient times, the temple was a sanctuary of absolute purity. To spill blood or bring violence within its walls was a desecration, and Athena's judgment has never known the concept of mercy. Outside, heavy footsteps crunch near the entrance. The beams of 2 flashlights cut through the cave mouth.
We know you're in here, American girl.
The curse does not die. It only waits for a host with enough terror and enough rage to wake it. The men are frozen, paralysed by sheer, primal confusion. Chloe turns her head, locking her glowing luminous gaze directly onto them. The transformation is instantaneous. The colour drains from the men's faces. Their skin cracks, turning an ash-grey colour. Their clothes stiffen. In 3 seconds, they are 2 lifeless, brittle stone statues, frozen in expressions of pure horror. Chloe steps forward. With a slow, heavy swing of her arm, she smashes her fist into the chest of the nearest statue. It shatters completely, exploding into a spray of heavy gravel and clay chunks. In the clearing, the remaining 2 men holding Sarah and Jess freeze at the sound of the distant monstrous shriek. One of the men... What the hell was that? The forest goes completely silent. The cicadas have stopped. Then, a new sound. A heavy, muscular weight sliding through the high branches above. A low, rhythmic, vibrating rattle echoes from the dark foliage. The men look up, flashlights scanning the leaves. A shadow drops seamlessly from the canopy. Before the men can scream, a flash of white light illuminates the clearing. One by one, their bodies stiffen, calcify, and crumble into heavy chunks of clay as they crash to the forest floor. Sarah and Jess scramble backward in the dirt, hyperventilating. They look at the shifting silhouette in the darkness, turn and sprint blindly through the trees. Sarah and Jess burst from the wood line, scramble into their small rental car and slam the doors. The tyres screech violently as the car tears down the dark, winding mountain road, heading back toward the city lights.
Hey, where have you guys been?
The old gods never died. They just waited for a host with enough terror and enough rage to wake them. The ultimate lesson of these woods? Some ruins are meant to stay buried, because when you hunt the innocent, you might just unleash a monster